Hi, Nicole here from nicole-brady.com. This is a video that I've wanted to do for a while, but it keeps getting postponed. The reason why it was postponed this week is because I've spent 3 days in hospital. The reason for that I'll tell you at the end of the video. I guess I can use it as a good example. But I want to first talk about what I originally wanted to speak about, and that was 2014 and things that happened and what I learned and what I've been through. I even wrote a few notes here, excuse me, my head's not really with it. So basically, in 2013, the end, which was October, I know I'm running a bit before 2014, but it's just part of my little story. When I was 32 weeks pregnant, my husband who I actually met while living in Israel, and then we were married and then we were pregnant, we decided that we would give birth in Australia. So at 32 weeks I decided to go back to Australia to have Shai, my daughter, and sorry, I thought she was waking up. And I flew by myself because my husband needed to meet me there in Australia. So we flew to Australia. We had my gorgeous daughter Shai, and then she was born in December. We were living in Australia. We moved into a new apartment and everything like that. Or actually, anyway, we moved into an apartment, set everything up, and during the first few months in January, my husband was offered an opportunity back in Israel for work. So we had to it was really quite a hard decision because he'd already received a visa for Australia, and it was a big decision as well. All my family's in Australia. So anyway, we decided that it was best for our family to go back to Israel. And so in July 2014, we moved back to Israel with a 6-month-old baby. The flight wasn't overly fun because at 6 months they seem to be pooing more than they move. And then what happened? So we arrived, and after the first week, the war broke out in Israel, if you're aware of the war with Gaza. That was really intense. I've been here during a war, but it only lasted a week, and this lasted for 1 month, and we had to go to bomb shelters once or twice a day, and I had a small baby, and it was during sleeping time, and it was just, there was missiles going over our heads. It was just insane. And obviously with the baby I was much more protective. It wasn't just me who I had to worry about, it was her. So I found that a huge learning experience. I mean, I used to be on webinars and then the alarms would go off and I'd have to run down. So I was still working on my online business at the time, obviously, and you know, you just keep on going and day to day and just get through it. Then what happened? So that was for about a month. In September I decided that I would fly to London with my daughter by myself for an SFM Momentum Day to meet Stuart Ross and Jay Kubasek, and yeah, they run Momentum Days a few times a year, and I really wanted to go, and I have family in London, so I decided I'd bring my daughter so she could meet her great-grandparents, which was definitely it was a little bit hard traveling on your own. Next time I will not bring as many bags because it makes it really impossible. But that's really how much I wanted to attend the event. And, you know, it's either you do or you don't, and I decided to go for it. So I'm really happy I got to meet a lot of the community who are amazing, and it was just a really amazing experience. Okay, so that was September. Then in August, I haven't worked for someone for a very, very long time. I had my own fashion business, which I still do, and then I was working on the SFM, and I've really enjoyed that. But I decided that I wanted to have a higher budget for my marketing, and you know, I'm not sure if you have children or not, but starting a new family, you know, you need to put a lot of money aside, and I didn't want to just rely on my husband's income to put towards my marketing. I really wanted to be something from me and to put more than just the minimum amount. So I went and got a job in August. My daughter was about 9 or 10 months, And thank you to the SFM. It was actually in the marketing department, which I would never have dreamed of ever being in a company, but just all the experience that I've received and the training, just crazy how much it can just bring so many different opportunities, things that you would never expect. So I've been working there part-time. Was 5 days a week. I've gone down 4 days, but just 5 hours. So alongside obviously being a mum, working on my online business for the SFM, still working a little bit on my fashion business, and training a little bit too hard with my exercise. I managed somehow to fit all that into the day. So it's been a pretty crazy year, and so I'll go now to that. About a week and a half ago, I went to CrossFit and I did a training session, and I always work out really, really hard, but I hadn't trained for about a week and a half because I was in Spain, and anyway, it was a really intense workout, and afterwards my arms were really, oh, my daughter's awake, you're just, wait a second. Sorry, my daughter has a temperature as well, and she just woke up. Say hi, Shy. Anyway, she's more interested in Mary Poppins. So I did training, and afterwards my arms were really hurting, quite extremely. And my daughter had been sick, and my husband was sick, so I kind of just ignored it. And a week went past, and I went to the doctor because I really couldn't move my arms, and they were swelling up. And long story short, my CPK levels, which are meant to be about 200, were up to 27,000, and that can cause the CPK is an enzyme, and that can cause it can shut down your organs in your kidneys. So I've been in the hospital for the past 2 days on a drip, flushing out my body. I was referred to as pull-up lady by the doctors, and it sounds funny, but it's really not, because it could have been fatal, and I really had a huge think while I was in hospital, and just not pushing. It's always good to push, but you really need to know your limits and to listen to your body, and just be really careful. And I think as horrible as it was in hospital, it really did give me a bit of a wake up, and to be really grateful for my family and everything. So I decided that January would start for me from today, because I didn't have the best start to the year. And hey honey, sick bubba. And I'm just trying to find the positive out of it, and not to be drawing more negative energy into this year. So that has been my year, 2014, which has been crazy, and this year, which has started not on the best foot. But I want to wish you all a very happy new year, and to be positive. And if you're starting something new, don't push yourself to the limits. Just take it easy. You have all the time. You need to work at your own pace, as for myself with my training as well. So it really goes for every aspect of life. Anyway, so it's been lovely to chat, and I hopefully will speak to you very soon on a more positive note. And yeah, good luck for January 2015. Bye.